Welcome to Parenting Solutions for Teen and Preteen Education and Behavior, the show for parents who want real root cause solutions for learning, stress, and behavior at home and at school. Hosted by educators Mike Tyler and myself, Ryan Kimball, each episode gives you practical tools you can use right away to get results. Before we dive in, grab our free ebooks, the Parent's Survival Guide, and the Good Choices booklet. Use the click here link right in the show notes. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to the Competence Institute podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and today we're delving into a topic that's at the heart of our mission. I'm joined by my co-founder, Mike Tyler. Mike, great to have you here.
Thanks, Ryan. It's always a pleasure to discuss these subjects that we're both so passionate about.
Absolutely. Today, we're going to discuss an all too common symptom we see with many young adults, especially by the time they reach high school. They've abandoned any dream or idea of becoming exceptional in any field because they believe they can't cope with the studying. They look at textbooks and feel overwhelmed, thinking, reading all those books would just kill me. Why is this the case, Mike?
You hit the nail on the head, Ryan. The overwhelming feeling comes from not knowing how to approach studying effectively. We live in an age where there's information overload. With smartphones, social media, and the internet, our young adults' minds are bombarded with bits of information every second. But without the right tools to process and understand this information, it becomes a mountain they feel they cannot climb.
Right. And it's not just about studying harder, but studying smarter. So let's dive deep into the core of this issue, the importance of learning to study and the role of words in their arrangements.
Absolutely. Words are our primary means of communication. Every subject, be it history, science, math, or art, is communicated through words. Their arrangement, the way they form sentences and paragraphs, play a crucial role in how we understand and interpret information.
And for our young audience, especially those in high school, words become the foundation of their education. But if they don't know how to engage with these words, if they don't understand the nuances, the structure, or the art of language, then even the most straightforward subjects can become intimidating.
True. And we're not talking just about literature or languages here. Even subjects like mathematics can have their language. Equations, formulas, they all form a language. If our young adults can't decipher this language, they feel lost.
That's a great point, Mike. Our mission at the Competence Institute is not just to teach subjects, but to empower young adults with tools that can help them approach any piece of information or any textbook confidently.
And it's not about memorizing or rote learning. It's about understanding. When you understand the structure, the why and how of words and their arrangement, you can decode any subject. This empowerment then allows young adults to envision a prosperous future, one where they aren't bogged down by the fear of textbooks.
I think it's essential to acknowledge that this fear is real. Many kids in school today genuinely feel like they're in over their head. It's not because they aren't smart or because they lack potential. It's because they've never been taught how to swim in this ocean of words and information.
Spot on, Ryan. And that's where we come in. Our aim is not just to be another tutoring service. Our mission is to bridge this gap, to show these young adults that they can be superstars, not by avoiding the challenge, but by facing it with the right tools.
Great. Let's start from the foundation. Why are words and their arrangement so crucial, especially for our young audience?
Words are our primary medium of expression, Ryan. Every time we tweet, write an essay, or even send a text, we're using words to represent our thoughts. The better we can arrange them, the clearer and more impactful our message.
Absolutely. Can you give us some real life examples of where this becomes crucial?
Sure thing. Let's take a young adult entering the world of work. If they're in marketing, the success of an ad campaign could hinge on the clarity and persuasiveness of their language. Or let's say they're in the tech world, explaining a complex software issue to a client. Here, precise language can be the difference between confusion and a satisfied customer.
Nice. And beyond professional life?
In personal relationships, words play a key role too. Expressing oneself clearly can be the difference between misunderstandings and meaningful connections.
Very true. I recently read that 40% of students drop out of college every year. How much of this do you think can be attributed to struggles with effectively using language?
While it's a mix of factors, Ryan, language is undoubtedly significant. A student may grasp a concept but struggle to articulate it in an essay, or they might misinterpret a question due to its wording. Mastering the function of words can hugely impact academic success.
Understood. Can you break this down further for our listeners, starting with the basics?
Absolutely. Let's go back to those dreams that are usually formed early in life. A kid decides, I'm going to be a doctor, or I'm going to be a lawyer, or an engineer, or whatever. But kids are usually have pretty big ideas early on. But by the time they hit high school, their confidence in studying has been killed off by the system of grading and leaving behind material that wasn't fully understood. So now they look at all the books they would have to study to become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or whatever they want, and they think, oh no, reading all those books would just kill me. In other words, they're looking at books like you would look at an electrical panel with its cover off. Sure, that thing can kill you if you don't know what parts are connected to what other parts, and you just start sticking your fingers in it. Unfortunately, that means our young adult does not become a lifelong learner, but rather settles for whatever comes their way.
And that's what we handle at the Competence Institute. To any young adult listening to this, remember, words are just tools. With the right guidance, understanding, and approach, you can master them. And when you master them, you can master any subject, any field, and truly envision a future that is boundless in its potential.
Beautifully said, Ryan. It's a journey, and we're here to walk alongside all those who want to embark on it. Even though people often say everyone makes mistakes, the core part of our mind, which really understands things, doesn't mess up.
That's a powerful thought. How does mastering words and grammar help tap into that core understanding?
Words are the tools we use to tap into and express that core understanding, Ryan. When young adults can effectively convey their thoughts, it boosts confidence, clarity, and comprehension, whether in academics, their profession, or personal life.
And it's interesting how often we might not realize the impact of words. The statement, everybody knows, seems innocent, but can be a major source of misconceptions.
Exactly. Just as the clarity and precision of language can empower, vague or misused words can create barriers. And understanding this can make a world of difference in growth and competence.
Truly insightful. Thanks for sharing these thoughts with our listeners.
It's been a pleasure, Ryan. And to our listeners, never underestimate the power of your words.
Thanks for listening to Parenting Solutions for Teen and Preteen Education and Behavior today. If today's episode helped you or resonated with you, please share it with a parent who needs to hear it. And don't forget, you can download our free ebooks, The Parent's Survival Guide and the Good Choices booklet. Just use the click here link in the show notes. We'll see you in the next episode.